Uh, let's cancel this transcript. Okay, so today's class will be the continuation of Selenium with Java. That's an automation testing. Okay, this class is going to be uh, again going to be a new topic, but it will be little more confusion topic. Okay, people who are completely new, people who are already working on YouTube channels and all. So for them, it might be a uh, not so complicated, but who are completely dependent on this course, for them it is going to be a little confusion. But I want you to be very focused, very focused. Don't move your mind here and there. You will not understand what is going on. Okay, right. So we understand, right? We understand Selenium supports web pages. It will not support in doing automation on Windows based application. Correct. We are very much aware on it, and we knew that. And we also understand that web pages are developed with the help of what language is that? Which language they use
HTML.
to develop the web pages?
HTML.
HTML. Wonderful, right? That's the HTML, which is I think this one of the language that they use to develop, uh, you know, the web elements on the web page, correct? And we were using different locators, different kind of locators to find out to interact with the web elements, and we are very much comfortable in it. Okay, so we saw a lot of elements, right? Like when I say elements, web elements, we saw text box. We know how to automate. We know there's a text area. We know how to locate that element. If it is a link, we know how to click that link. If it is a radio button, we know how to select. Okay, so like that, there are different web elements, and we are very much confident in accessing those web elements. Okay, now like we have a different web elements, image. How if that image is hyperlink, how to click on it? If there is a text, if it is a link, we know how to locate. The same way we have a, a tables in HTML page. So web developers create tables with the use of HTML, and the same thing is projected on the web page. It's only a kind of a tabular format. When I say a tabular format, which has a rows and columns. Okay, basically table is kind of a HTML data. Okay, which is again created with the help of a table tag. Very important. These are, see, why are we discussing about the HTML related? Because if you understand the HTML better, you will do the automation better, right? That's intention. You need to focus on what we are discussing it. Okay, so try to focus it and try to understand what is going on. So HTML, right? Table is kind of a HTML data, and which is again, uh, display the data with the help of a table tag. And we know how to, how the tag looks like, right? We are not learning any HTML here. There is a left shift key, right shift key. That's the table tag, which in conjunction, creates a table. When I say table, it is a rows and columns, correct? Everybody agrees it, which is in the form of rows and columns. So to create rows in HTML, developer use a tag called TR. T for tango, R for rabbit. TR. And to pass the data or to show the data in the HTML table, developer use a tag name called TD. Okay. Obviously, there are other tags to create a table. So importantly, these are the basic elements that used to create a HTML table. Okay. So here, importantly, table tag is more important for us. TR stands for table row. TD stands for table data. These three are our targets to understand what is kind of a table in HTML. There is nothing to confuse about. This is again a Excel kind of a cells where it is have a, it is also a table like structure, right? In the Excel sheet, the the cells are like a table like structure, right? So when we create a data, we also first create a headings. Heading is name, salary, address, and school name example. So under that you have a data. So the table names, right, which are th table heading, td which are table data. Okay, so we'll see that. Now this is how the table looks like. When it is written in HTML format, we call that as a HTML table. But when it is displaying on the web page, we call that as a web table. Very, very important topic, which is we call that as a web table. Okay. Now, as we said, right, the table is a format which has a rows and columns. Okay, rows and columns. So how the table is created? First thing we need to understand the basics. First thing. Obviously, the parent tag is HTML. See here. After the parent tag, that depends on how the developer is creating the data. In this case, after body, there is a table. See here. After body tag, there is a table tag. So parent table is a child, body is a parent. Again, on top of the body, HTML is a root tag. Okay, so inside the table, we have table rows. So first row, second row is the table row. First name, last name, and the age. So he has put that in a table row, which is TH, table heading, table heading. So everything he defined in a table row, and this is a table data. This is a table data. This is a table data. So there are three sets of table data, one set of table heading, which is created under the table rows HTML tag. Okay, so this is the HTML table code. This is the representation. The colors representation is not there, so I only colored just to showcase, which has a first name, last name, and age. Okay. Now, as an automation tester, right? So for you, you need to understand the body. Very important for us, irrespective of how the code is prepared. For you, the concentration should be on the body. When I say body, right, this is the complete body of the table. Okay. And this is the row 1, row 2, row 3. This is the data, right? The data is our target. Okay. First row, column, Priya, first column. Second row, second column, Sharma. So we need to understand what are the how the sequence is actually happening. how uh, the data is represented in the form of table rows and table data. Any confusion so far? Any confusion so far?
No, we know.
Let's talk about some important terminologies, right? So we saw table. That's the main container tag that defines the start and end of the table. So whenever you inspect any rows and columns tabular format on the web page, if you do a right click and inspect, right, if the table tag appears, then that particular thing is developed with help of a table tag under HTML. And we know table head, sometimes called as a TH, that the header section of the table, which consists of all the header elements. T body, again, so body represents the main data. It will start from second row of any table. The first row is obviously the column names. A T foot we generally not bothered. Yes, TR is something which is a table rows. Inside the TR, so we might have one or more table datas or table heading. Again, we'll not bother of TH. TD is again, that's your focus, which is again the column name of particular cell. Okay. Now, these all things are placed inside the body section. So most of the time, this all TR, TD will be there inside the body section. The first thing is you need to identify, in order to automate any table, any web table, you need to first search for a table tag. Then you should be alert that this is going to be a web table automation. Is going to be a web table automation. Okay. Now, sometimes there are two ways. One, web table automation is a slightly different kind of a automation process that you need to follow. Very like different. Another case, it is a direct identifying the element with the help of any locators, and they can do the automation. Okay. Now this is the another set of table which has a HTML code and which is in the form of tabular format. Okay. Now, very important here, web tables is of two types. Web table is of two types. Just make a note. The static tables are the tables which will not change irrespective of how many times you refresh. Right? How many times you refresh whenever you come back to that particular web page, the column names, the row name, the column, the table data, the data or the row names or whatever is the data inside the table will not change. It is a static in nature. Okay. That is why we call that as a static web tables. Again, when it comes to a dynamic web table, right, the data changes over time. So the number of rows and the number of columns also might change depending on the days. Example, if you take a share market website, or if it is there's a table or data which is publishing on the web page, which is on the share market app. website. So every day, every hour, there will be change in the values, right? Change in the market prices, change in the share market prices. So the table keeps on updating. Case one, the structure of the table remains same. The values keep on updating. Sometimes, example, one particular share is failed or it becomes zero. There's no point in showing that share value inside the tabular format. So, developer might remove that particular element and show it in a separate textual format down that with this particular share value as zero. So I'm just saying example. So there might be all of a sudden there might be number of rows getting reduced or some number of columns might be reduced or some case rows and columns might be removed for a particular heading. So when I say these are all the dynamic changes, so you never knew what change it is going to come. So you have to understand the pattern, how many days this is getting changed. If change is happening, what would be the changing mechanism, how the web table is behaving. As an automation tester, right, you have to understand the behavior of anything that you automate. The same with the dynamic table. Because they are in dynamic in nature, they are all they called as a dynamic web tables. Okay. Any doubts on what is static table and dynamic table?
No, no, Vinod.
Okay. So uh let's look at some where is that? See, web tables example, see some of the examples. Okay, this is one example. Yeah, this is one example, which is a static table. See, the irrespective of I'm doing the refresh button, the data is not changing. How will I know this whether this is a web table or not? I know these are the headings. This is the data. But to be more precise, I'll do an inspect of that particular web element. Right? Anywhere on the table, you just need to click it and do an inspect. Correct? Now, if I come back to our see here, this is the table. See here, this is the table. Got it? Now we discussed that every table is having different elements. See here, table heading, table body, table. So developer used these three layers to develop this table. That's fine. So inside my body, I have what? See here, these are the how many rows are there? One, two, three, four, five rows. See, one, two, three, four, five rows. Right? Again, inside my each row, I have this is the Vega, this is 39, this is email address, this is salary, this is insurance, and this one more data called actions. Right? Each row, I have my table data. Okay. So this is one of the example of the static web table. And let's see if I have any dynamic web table. Sorry, what is this? Dynamic tables. Practice. But this would be better one. Yes. Can you see here? This is the playground and this is the tabular format. How will I know that's table? Let's check. Do I have a table tag here? Yes. Table head, table body. This is the inside my body. I have table rows. Inside my table rows, I have table data. Got it? Now this is not a dynamic. This is not a static table. This is a dynamic table. Now, when I say dynamic table, what do you mean by that? Now, see the system is here, memory and some system related, performance related metrics. System is in first row and observe. Let's refresh it. Let's refresh one more time. See whether it is changing or not. Now, see the system is coming in the
Yes.
third row. Yes. Now, again, I refresh it. System is in last row. Okay. Now, the important you need to observe here is this is the parent node. These are all the child nodes. So wherever this system is there, these values will be there for sure. Just check here system. Okay. So these values will keep on, will be this Firefox and it will not be interchanged. Okay. So importantly, you need to observe here is for every refresh, the values keep on changing. So your script, if you inspect this element, right? If you inspect the element X path, okay, then if the position is changed, your script might be failing because the position is changed. So you need to, as an automation tester, you need to be very much aware and good enough to handle the dynamic tables where the data is frequently changing. Okay, data is frequently changing, and you need to understand that handling the web table in static is different. Handling a web table is in dynamic, it is a different in nature. So far, any doubts in what is a web table, how it looks like, how it is prepared, types of web tables? We saw a static web table example. We saw dynamic table example. So far, any doubts?
No.
Any doubts so far? No? Sure.
No.
Sorry, what was that? What was it?
Clear the note.
Okay. Please talk, yeah. There is no uh, there is no fine for talking. Okay, there is no fine for talking.
Your voice is breaking this sometimes. For everyone, it is same or for me only?
No, it's clear only.
Yeah, it's clear.
For me also.
Because you switch off the video, Siri, that is why your voice is breaking. You have to switch on the video, then everything is fine.
Yeah, okay. Maybe my internet issue.
Okay, all right. I don't know why others, Archana switched off, Rajalakshmi video switched off, Kavita video switched off, doing other stuff, going around the home, putting clothes in washing machine, switching on and coming back. I'm listening, Vinod. Huh? Okay. So whenever you start scripting, right, remove this comment. Nobody will say anything. That is, that's obstacle while you write few things because it's a comment only. Okay. What are we doing right now, guys? What are we doing now? What are we doing now?
Table. We are
Create.
creating a table. We need to create the table.
Archana, what are we doing now? In table, what are we creating?
Column.
Web tables.
No. In web table, what are we creating now? Everyone, please stay calm. Let Archana. She also wants to answer. Okay. Everyone will get an opportunity. Archana, go ahead.
Maybe rows and columns. Data we have to create on using Eclipse.
Okay. Siri, what are we doing now?
Yeah, first we need to create, we have the HTML parent, and in the body we have the table, main heading is table. In that we have the table rows. So, and table, in the table rows we need to create the table heads, and we have the table data in TD. We have to
Okay.
pass the information in the table data.
Okay. Okay. So here now we know web tables is of two types. One is static web table. The other one is dynamic web table. We saw two examples now. When we say static web table, the data will not change. It will remain static. Correct? We saw that example. Now, we also saw dynamic in nature. It means the rows and columns will keep on changing. We don't know, right? We don't know that that particular element will be there in that position or not, right? We are not sure. It is keep on changing. So, doing automation on a static web table is a different than handling a dynamic web table in nature. This will be your Pakka interview question. People will ask, what is a web table? You should know what is a web table basically. You should say web table is a rows and columns. It is created with the help of HTML tags, HTML code, with the help of a table tag, correct? Which has HTML body, HTML table, body, TR, table rows, TDs, table data, correct? These all things will be there. Then definitely people ask about, did you automated static web table? Have you automated dynamic web table? 100% will be question on dynamic web table only. But you should also know how to handle the static web table. So we'll first try to create a script for static web table. Then we'll go ahead with the dynamic web table. Archana, you are with us, right? You understand what we are doing now.
Yes, Vinod.
Okay. Right. Watch out for the script. I want you to be very focused. Still, still we get confused. Still, I get confused while automating web tables. Okay. And of course, you will be also confused because you're listening for the first time. Right. Let's call our web table. So let's you take one example. This is our example. Okay. Now let's copy. I don't want to do it again and again. So let's copy this one. Okay. I've copied this. Okay. Today morning I was just running the sample. I was checking it. It was throwing session not created 500 error. Okay. it was throwing session not created, 500 exception. Nothing I did. I just opened the Eclipse and it was throwing error. The other script was running fine with the same Chrome drivers. This script was not working. Then if a particular browser instance is not creating, then it should not work for other script also, right? Everything is same. Then I thought definitely in few minutes the other script also will not work. Then after 1 or 2 minutes, I tried running the other script. It was also throwing the same exception, session not created, 500 error. The biggest troubleshooting I did is I restarted my Eclipse. It was working fine. Okay, there's nothing I did. I just restarted my Eclipse because I know there was no issue at all. There should be some kind of a heap memory issue. I just restarted my Eclipse. It was working fine. So the reason why I'm telling you, if you come across this kind of issue, don't bang your head. Just restart the Eclipse and try to fix that issue. Okay. So I applied not hard fix. I applied a smart fix just to restarting the Eclipse. Okay. If you start looking at the session Google, it will display lakhs of procedures. Delete Eclipse, delete M2 folder, delete this, delete that. You keep on doing it, whatever it is suggesting. Okay. So you have to be, see, automation tester expert. People generally don't say him an expert. Expert is the one who picks from the Google what is required, is also an expert. Google displays lakhs of lines of code. For you, what is need from them, that lakhs of lines, whatever lines you need, you copy and put it in your script and make that work is also a smart work. Okay. So this is a general habit of copying the code from Google and putting here. But if you're not aware of what is code you're copying it, what is the use? There is no use, right? You're copying something from that particular code. And how you make you work? Simple. There he is creating a string variable called AB. And here you have created in your previous steps string DC. Will it work? It will not work. It will throw an error, boss. You created string differently on the top and you are calling differently down. Because you copied from the Google, you did not change it. It is like you are copying the hall ticket, the number of the other person in your exam. Okay, you have to make sure that you're copying something, copy only answers, not even including the hall ticket number. Right? So you have to be very smart enough to uh, copy the required code from the Google. That will save your time. There is nothing wrong. Every developer in this world do the same thing. Okay? Every developer will do the same thing, but you should be smart enough to handle the errors which are coming up. Okay, all right. Coming back to our, let me, guys, be focused. I'll ask anyone what is the next step. Please, you should tell me. Okay, all right. Let's run it and see how is it working. Will it throw any error or will it work? Check this. Will it throw any error?
No, it will work.
It will work.
It will work when
I'm saying it will throw an exception.
No. Okay.
It will throw an exception.
It will work, Vinod.
Sure.
Sure.
It will work, Vinod.
Oh, it will work, right? Okay. When experts are saying, what can a trainer do? Right? It's working fine. You're right. Good. Now the page is opening. This is displayed. And how to deal with the static web table. Right? Example, if you wanted to get a particular value, what you'll do? Just right click on it. You will inspect. And let's not go with this. Let's open this one. And I want to capture this email address. I'll copy this path. Go to my select as hub. Paste it here. And one element is matching. relative XPath. One element is matching. Let's take this one. I don't want to again write driver dot find element. I'll copy this one. Dot. What is a dot?
That square braces.
What should we write? Click or close? What should I write here? What should I write, guys? Come on.
Get text.
Get text, right? I should write. I should write get text.
Text.
Here is a get text. It is not there. Get title is coming. Something is wrong. Okay, by class we have not declared. Okay, it should come. There's the text. You saw that? Because I have not added and imported for this, it was not showing. It's all things. If you come across, you should do the same thing. Okay, now I'll copy that, like put that into a email is equal to. Okay. Okay, that's fine now. It is dealing with some. Okay, it's fine. Now let's run this. Will it work or will throw an error?
It will work.
It will show the email ID in the console.
It will show. Okay. Archana, will it work? It will throw an error.
She is not there, Vinod.
I don't know where is Niharika, where is
Niharika is there.
here? Siri is here. Okay. Okay. People off the camera, so I'm not. I thought you were not there. Yeah. What else you want? Okay. Right. So it is throwing an error. See here, it is red color. It is throwing an error.
No.
I did not even run the script.
Yes.
Okay. It printed the email address. Okay. Now this is how you basically get any particular value from the table. Okay, now let's get this. Okay. All right. So this is how you get a value from a starting website. Static web table. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. Okay. Now one more best practices. Whenever you're dealing with the web table, always use absolute XPath. Okay, so whenever you're dealing with tables, preferable to use absolute XPath. Now, I know people have a question mark from where this absolute XPath came into picture. We have discussed this. The XPath is of two kinds. Okay, when I do a right click, I copy XPath here and paste it here. Okay. Okay, right? So now this is what you see. If it is in this format, then this is called an absolute XPath. This is a kind of a hierarchy which starts from HTML body, main, div 1, div 2, form, div 2, table, tbody, tr, td. Okay, right? So what is relative XPath? This is the relative XPath. See here, very shortcut of I show it for other elements. Radio button. Okay, if I go and copy this one, XPath. This is the relative XPath. Okay, so while dealing with the web tables, it's always important that you deal with absolute XPath. Okay, all right. Okay, now please understand this. Any doubts in the basic HTML script? Sorry, basic test script that we created? No, right? No doubts, correct? Okay, so I'll go to the web table.
Vinod, once again that absolute expert. Absolute expert.
See, if the XPath can be of two types. So one is absolute XPath, other one is relative XPath. If you see this kind of a hierarchy, all right? Gone. Yeah, if you see this kind of hierarchy, then we call that as an absolute XPath. So it has all the hierarchy. It starts with HTML. Slowly, it will move from left hand side to right hand side. This is your element location. Okay. So this is your element location. This is the complete address of the table. Okay. So this is basically you call this as an absolute XPath. The one which we copied just now was the relative XPath that we generally used in the closed bracket. Generally, relative XPath will be like this. ID, right? It will be in this like this in this format. Okay, in this format. In this format. Give me 1 second. So it will be in this format. And give me 1 minute. I'm just getting one call. Let me answer that call. So basically, this is the kind of a absolute XPath. So what you saw, this is absolute XPath. This is a relative XPath. Okay. Now, when you deal with the tables, right, this is always you have to deal with the absolute XPath. Very, very, very important. Okay. Now, Now come back to here. Come back to here. Okay, please watch everything that we discuss. Okay. Now this is wherever I have a table, right? Do a right click wherever you want. Okay, do a right click wherever you want. Not sure why you come to me for approval. I'm happy to be and look want to be an approver if not required. Okay, just give me 1 minute, okay.
Non-spelling. I mistakenly typed M.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you click anywhere, okay, and go to the particular the HTML code. This is the code, table, head, body, and here the table is ending here. Okay, right? You do a right click on anywhere on that, always copy the full XPath. Okay. Now where is my notepad? Now this is my full XPath. I copied from here, come from there to here. Guys, please look at here. I copied this one. This is my XPath of some. I've clicked it here. This is my element XPath. Okay. Now, if I separate this is my body. I said right, the body. Now let's see what is the body actually. Okay. If I see here, observe this. If I paste it in this location and hit enter, now the table data is many times she goes offline and come back. So this is it is highlighting table data. See this red color line and this red color line. Once again, okay. Once again, I'll just show it to you. I'll now see there is no marking. I put that body. I'll hit. Right. See the complete body is under this HTML code. Okay. For you, whenever you are doing a web table, you need to identify where is the body section. It means by dividing the whole. Now this is my whole, right? This is my whole, right? This is my whole XPath. By dividing this, you are loading the complete body into the some web element. By passing this XPath, you are loading the complete body into a web element. Okay. Now let's come back to this. Okay. Let's come back to this. This is the row 2, right? This is a row 3, row 4. Okay. Now if I change, what would be the value? Remember this row 2 and TD1. What would be the value on the screen?
Second row, first column.
Everyone?
First
Row
one.
2.
Second row, first column.
First data.
Right.
So
Okay. Now let's see. Let's see. Is that the one? Copy this. Paste it here. Enter. Correct? Alden. Right? Now, again, I'll copy this one here. I'll do same thing. What will be the value now this time?
Go to second one.
Cantrell.
What is the value for this time? Say this time, guys. Come on, fast.
Cantrell.
Go to Cantrell.
Second row, second value.
Cantrell.
Cantrell.
Second data.
Is that?
No, Cantrell. Last
No,
name.
Cantrell. Second row.
This is second row, right?
Yes.
Second row.
Second
Second.
Second data.
Column.
This cancel, right?
All.
Yes.
Okay. Now if I do it, if I do it 4 and if I do it 1, what would be the value?
Fourth row first.
Fourth row,
Fourth row,
First
first
one.
data. First column.
Alden.
Alden.
fourth row, 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4.
First
Okay.
one.
First one is what? Alden.
Alden.
Okay. Right. Now, did you observe? Did you observe? The syntax remains same, right? Yes or no?
Yes, we know.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we know.
The syntax is remaining same. The syntax is remaining same. Correct?
Data
Now,
will
if I pass any value, that will pick up the data from the table. Do you agree?
yes.
Okay.
Once again, Vinod.
Okay. Now, if I pass 2 and 2, then it will become the data from the table, correct? Based on the 2 and 2. Yes. If I pass 3 or 4 example, it will pick up whatever is the value from the table. Do you agree?
Yes, yes, yes.
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 Everyone?
Yes, Vinod.
Yes,
Everyone,
we know.
right? Okay. Now, I'll do this one. Simple. I'll remove this one. I'll remove this one. Okay, please concentrate here. Don't look here and there. You'll get confused. Now we have divided this one, correct? Now we are talking about this code. This remains same. And this is also remaining same. Only the value inside it is changing, right? Yes or no, everyone?
Yes, we know.
Okay.
Yes, we know.
Now I'm writing a for
we
loop.
know.
Basic for loop. I equal to 1. I less than. Now how many rows are there here? How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3,
5
4,
rows.
5.
5.
I'll write
Less than
5.
5
Okay.
plus.
I less than I plus
5
plus.
plus.
Right? I'm writing a simple for loop. We all know we are reading from LKG, this for loops. Right? We are reading. Now I have another. Writing this for loop. What happened if I put I here? Okay. I. If I put 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 I. What will happen now? Tell me. First value.
First value is 1.
1.
First value will become 1, right?
First row.
Become 1, 1.
One.
Correct? Yes or no? First value become
Yes.
1.
Yes.
Second, now let's take only, because only one X path is here. We'll talk about this. Okay. 1 and 1. Is there any 1 and 1 table data in my table?
Sarah.
Yes.
Yes, Vinod.
Is there any
So,
first row,
data.
first data is available? No, right? This is my table heading.
Yes.
This is the table data. Your always table data will be in TR only, not in table data. This is the TR. This is the table data. We are not bothered of this one. We are bothered of this data. If I put 1 and 1, okay, if we put 1 and 1, first row is this, first column is this, but this TD is the table definition, table data, with again will throw an error. Okay. Now, what should I do? Come on, think. This is how you have to practice. Okay, we'll talk about the for loop. Now you got some understanding of this. Now let me put it another basic stuff now. Now I'm dividing now. Now I've divided, right? Yeah. Now whenever you deal with web table, right? You should always divide the XPath into 3 categories. This is called as custom XPath. Now what are you doing? You are creating a custom XPath. Now, first is this part. First one. Okay. I'm putting the first part is equal to this part. Second part is what?
Up to
Second
body.
word part is
Up to body.
I've copied up to body. First part is done.
PR to
First
TD.
part is
Here,
done.
TD.
First part is done. Come on. Think.
For
Okay.
loop.
So let's do one thing. I'll copy till this part. Right. Now I'll copy it in the second part. Third part. What is left out? This one, right?
Closing.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So why are we dividing in this area, in this part? So that you can pass these values into it. Okay. Now how can I do it? How can I do it? How can I pass the value? Now I can write like this, right? First part. Okay. When I prepare the complete XPath, plus if I'm getting a value from for loop, second part plus J. Now if I'm having 2 for loops, this value is coming from the now example. I'm just saying example I equal to 2 and J equal to 2. Just example. What will be my XPath now? First part.
First part.
It will come here. And I'm doing plus, right? I'm adding to it. So I value is 2, right? It will sit inside the value. Then second part, I'm doing the plus symbol. It will copy here. Third part, J is 2 is come inside this value. 2. Third part, right? This one. What is third part? What is third part?
Closing.
Right? I'm preparing my XPath. I'm preparing my XPath based on my for loop. Now, if I have another for loop inside, it is called as inner for loop. Now we'll write a script, not worry. Just I'm giving the highlight of what needs to be done. Okay. If I write an inside for loop, okay, we also see this bracket. So just for your understanding, I'm writing it. Now here I value is just say, let's say this is 6. I value is 1. This is J. This is I. Now this will become 1. This will become 2. So based on this I and J value, it keep on inserting the value. Once the values are inserted, we'll prepare the XPath. Then this XPath is sent to the web page to identify the element. Now we know there are how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. Correct? I need to run my script for 5 rows, right? Number of rows it should run. But what if there are web tables? We don't know the number of rows. So first thing we need to identify the number of rows inside our table. Okay. So let's do it quickly. With this understanding, let's write a basic to print the all data onto the console. Okay. Now let's delete this one. We know how to write the static web table. Okay. Now what we need to do the first step?
We need to find the size. I mean,
Find the number of
First,
rows in the
number of the
table.
rows.
right. So first thing we need to find the number of rows.
Rows.
Okay. Now okay, we need number of rows. So what we do is row count. Okay, I'm just defining the XPath. Okay. Should I use what? Find element or find elements? What should I do here?
Elements.
Yes, it is the element. You should be more cautious. Okay. Okay, find element. Size. See, it is returning int. See here, it is returning int. So I need to create a data type as int. Okay, now why? Okay. With this, we'll get the row, number of rows. But what should I pass? Now let's go to my web table. Right, was this one? Okay. Let's copy this one onto the. Now these are the table rows, right? TR. By having further, it is an element location. Till TR represent all the rows. Now go to my location information and hit enter. How many elements are there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says 5 elements matching here. Now I know physically it is 5 elements, but how to check? I'm copied till TR. This is my row element, row count. Now system outer ln row count plus. Any error so far?
No.
Any error so far?
No, we know.
Okay. Now let's run this and see if we have any errors. What should print? It should print what is the value?
Row
5.
count 5.
5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it printing?
Yes.
Okay. Now we know there are number of rows. Whether it is 5 or 6, we don't know. Tomorrow, if the table count is increased, still it will work because we are getting the size dynamically. We are not doing it any hard coding, right? What is the next step now? We need to get
For loop, we need to write
number of columns, right?
Yeah.
We need to get number of columns, correct? Now, let's copy the same thing here and just change. Let's minimize the typing effort. Now, this is going to be a column count. Okay. Now, TR is for the table rows, right?
Yes, Vinod. No table
Okay.
data.
Table rows. Where is that column?
Table head.
Yeah, closed it. Huh? Okay. Now we have prepared this one. Oh, sorry. Where is that XPath? Okay. 5 elements, right? Now, if I put TD, how many?
35.
Count it. How many it is?
Correct. 7 into 5.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35, right? It is matching. 35.
Yes.
Okay. We need to change here /TD. Is that one correct one? /TD. Everything remains same, right? Copy
Vinod,
this one. Yeah.
please check it once WhatsApp. Archana and Neharika send some message.
They are unable to rejoin. Like that.
Unable
Able
to
to
reach.
try to
Join.
reach
They are
meeting got
messaging.
disconnected. I don't know where these people are. Okay. Okay, where were we? Right, now we have the size. Let's run this and see the column count as well. Is it printing? Oh, this row count. I need to change it to column. So far, good. Everyone understand? Did you understand what we have done so far?
Yes, Vinod.
Yes, Vinod.
Can someone tell me, explain me what we have done step by step, please? Who wants to try?
Yeah, I will, Vinod.
Who was it? Siri.
Yeah,
Okay, go
first,
ahead, Siri.
Seating.
before we need to run the for loop, we need to know the size of the row and the size of the columns. By that, we can
Okay.
loop the. So we can give the
Okay.
values for
Okay.
I
So
and
what we
j.
have done? Can you? I mean, what we have done from here? Can you tell line by line? That's what the expectation is.
Yeah, okay. Actually, first we have taken in the 18th line, we have taken the count of the rows. So for that, we have taken the table row uh, in the. I mean, I need to tell the with the part
In the
also.
X path,
Yeah, in the
we have
export we
taken
have
till table row.
yeah, in the export we have taken the till the table row, and we found the row count by using the size method. And
Yeah, this
again we
is very
have
important. This is very important. You have to talk about size method.
Size
Okay.
method.
You have to talk about find elements. Okay.
yeah
You have to talk about return type as integer. You have to talk about the table rows only. Okay.
TR.
TR. In the column, you should talk about find elements. Here, XPath will be till TD.
TD.
Why are we using TD? Because column names, we need number of columns, right?
Yes.
That's where we are capturing the size. Now we have
Print.
row count as 5, column count as 35. Correct?
yes ma'am.
Others, any confusion?
No, Vinny.
No, Vinod.
No? Okay, great. What is the next part? Again, who is?
Yeah, can I continue? Vinod?
Yeah. That's fine. I got it. Thanks.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, next we need to take the count of the columns. For
Mm,
that, we need to take the find elements because we have the multiple elements, right? So we need to take the find elements method. In that XPath, we need to take up to table data TD. Yeah,
very
and
good. Mhm.
it will get in the form of the it will return in the form of the integer when we get the size. So we have taken the in integer form. It
Okay.
will return in the
Great.
integer format. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone on the same understanding now?
Yes,
Yes,
Vinod.
we know.
Okay.
Yes,
Great.
Vinod.
All right. What is that next step now? So we have rows and columns. Okay. Rows and columns. Let's split the. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, sorry guys, I got a call from my director. Okay, so where were we? Okay. Okay, so far we good, right? Any confusion here so far? Everyone? So far?
Yeah, clear, Vinod.
No, Vinod.
Okay. Now we have to prepare the for loop first. Okay. Now before that we will divide the X path. First part, second part, third part. Okay. Now what is the first part we plan to do it? What is the first part? What is the first part?
Up to TR.
Is the first part? Right? Yes or no? This is the first part, right?
Yes, Vinod.
Yes, Vinod.
Okay.
Vinod, your
Always.
voice is breaking, Vinod.
Others?
No, Vinod.
It's clear
It's
only.
clear. It's clear.
Okay. Chana, I think you have to check. This is my first X path. Then is equal to what is my second X path? And I'll copy. This is my second X path. Double quotes colon. What is my third X path? Still, this is my third X path. Where is that? This one, right? Why it is throwing an error? We have created a variable, but we are not telling what kind of variable is this. Whether it is an integer, whether it is a string. We are putting in double quotes. It means it is a string.
String.
String. String. Clear? Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far?
No.
No, Vinod.
Okay. Now we have to write the for loop. Now for loop for I equal to 1, I less than, right? Because I also need the equal to value also. I'll put what? Row count here.
No count.
I plus symbol. Yeah, plus symbol. Okay, now hope everybody knows this for loop, right? Anyone who is not aware of this? Okay. Now what I'm doing here, I'm initializing a value. I'm telling this for loop will run till I less than or equal to row count. The moment the value is more than row count, then it will terminate. Okay, till then it will keep on increasing. That's the increment operator. Okay. Now this is for rows, correct? Now I have to run for column also. This time I have changed the variable j. This time variable j, variable j. Then what is the name of this one? Oh, column count, right? And for this also, we should have 1. Why it is throwing error? It's not the one. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, save it. Okay. Now let us understand this. Let us understand this. Okay. First, if I run the script, right, the I will initiate 1. Correct? It will come here. We'll check less than. Okay. Then it will come here. Now here first I value is 1, right? Now what is the j value? J equal to 1, j less than. Now first one is I equal to 1 and j equal to 1. Correct? Now our XPath will prepare I equal to, inside the value is 1 and TD value is, j value is 2, then close the value. Then this is how the XPath looks like. 1 and 1. Right? This is the XPath, right? First XPath it will prepare. Guys, come on, are you understanding?
Yes, we know.
Yes, we know.
Okay, good. So, right now, what is this error? Let's remove this one. Okay, now we need to value is 1. Okay, now let's prepare a final XPath. Now I'll put a string final XPath is equal to first part, right? What is the first part? This is the first part. First part plus, right? First part.
Vinod, your voice is breaking, Vinod.
Is it for others? Others too?
No,
No, we
Vinod.
know.
Okay, something is wrong with your network. Second part plus j plus third part. Is that one? Everyone? Okay. Let's print this. Okay. Copy this one. Okay. Now this path is ready. Okay. Now, so far it is good. Path is ready, but you are not passing to any. You are not passing to any web page, right? You have to pass, right? You have to do a find element with that, correct? Your XPath is ready now. What should I do now? Let's retrieve the value. Now we'll do a find element. Okay. It should not be. Okay. The text, right? The return type will be string t data. What should I pass here inside the XPath? This is a customized XPath that we prepared, right? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yes,
This is
Vinod.
the final one. Can I put it
Final
inside like
extract.
this?
Yes, Vinod.
Okay. Any doubts so far? Others following it?
Yeah, yes, Vinod.
Yes, Vinod.
Okay. Now we have to print that on the console. This is out, right? This is my table data. I'll add some space. Give me 1 minute. I don't know. Out of office calls. Give me 1 minute. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm getting calls from office actually. Okay. Everyone back?
Yes, Vinod.
Yeah. Okay. Right, where were we? Okay, we were printing the data, right? Why it is throwing error? Okay. Double quotes. Okay. Apply some cap. Right. Okay. Let's see. Is there any error now? No. Let's run this, okay, and see how it is printing. Whether it is throwing an error. Okay, it is throwing error. 8. Why it is showing 8? First text path. Okay. Okay. Can someone identify what is the issue? Very interesting one. It is saying no such element exception. No such element exception. But see here, it is printed.
X.
What is the value? Sierra is printed. Vega. Sierra Vega 39. Email 1000. And that is throwing error. Okay, because there is no element here, right? See, this is some link here. There is no element.
Yes.
This is 8th one, right? Row 1, right? Row 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So
8.
that is where it is not identifying. Okay, so because we don't have an option to practice this. Row count is 35. If I pass, you understand what we have done so far? I mean, you understand, right? Anyone having doubt, let me know. We'll run through one more time.
We know the here column 35, why it is printing 35?
Column.
In console,
1 minute. Yeah.
in previous, row count 5 and column count 35. Why?
See, column count means the
Columns.
individual data.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? There are
Yes.
right 7.
7. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. 7, 5 is a 35.
Okay.
That is the
Okay. Understood. Here, 7th column, we do
in the
the
1,
link.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th column. This
Seventh
is
column.
not the data, right? This is something link
Yes,
actually. But
link
we have
actually.
capturing as a get text. Correct.
Yeah.
That's a link. That is where
Dot
it is
link text.
flowing in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dot
We were
link.
using the dot get text here, right?
I
Right.
know.
So
Yeah.
it will not work obviously. That
It
is where
will
the
not.
error is.
Yes. I know.
If you implement this for another table where it has, I'll give you few the tables information. Okay. So this is the tables. This use this table. Okay. So there is one more table, WG schools. There is one more table. Okay, this is we'll discuss dynamic table. Okay, this is the static table. This is how you first step is what we have pulled the specific data, right? Just capturing the get text path using get text. we can capture anything, but it will not work in some tables. Some tables are not allowed. You have to use the automation using the table HTML table with the help of absolute XPath. Like this, we have to use. This is the way you automate a web table. Okay, first count, get the rows count, get the column count, and run row count. That's the main for loop. Column count will be the inner for loop. This is the main for loop. See here, this is the main for loop. See, if you click here, this whole code inside the main for loop. Inner for loop, this is the one. So the row count remain same till this. Now this example, this is the if I equal to 1, correct? The first instance. Okay, I equal to 1. If the condition satisfies, it will come inside I equal to 1. It will stand like that. J equal to 1, right? J equal to 1. It will come inside. If condition satisfied, it will come inside. 1 is, it will stand here. I equal to 1. This is the value. This will print. Again, it will come back. I equal to 1. Till this is getting, this is getting false. Like this is true. But let's say 35. 35. Now I equal to 35 example. Now I equal to 1 and j equal to 35, right? 35. 35 also it will pass because we have put equal to. The moment it will become 36, it will fail because it is not less than, it is more than. That's where it will come out of the inner for loop. It will go here. Okay, then I equal to 2. This time I equal to 2. Then the j for loop will run for 35 times. The moment it becomes 36, it will fail. Again, I equal to 3. How many times it will, I value till what rows it will run? Till how many rows? Rows are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Till I value is 6, 5 also it will run. The moment I value is 6, this will fail. This will exit the main for loop. Then it will come out of complete scripting. Hope you got it. Hello, everyone.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, as I told you, right? Little tricky in
Yeah.
understanding. This is the first time you're listening. You need to be very, very careful in understanding it. Okay. So tomorrow we'll connect and we'll discuss once again this topic. Before we do it for dynamic, right? We'll discuss this topic tomorrow once again. Just high level with touch base, and we'll move to the next topic, which is automating the web page using dynamic, like for dynamic web tables. Okay.
Okay, Vinod.
Okay. All right then. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet up tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinod.